me that I lost the baby race?
No, sweetie.
Did you know Bluey might not have been Bandit and Chili's first baby? A hidden secret in the show suggests a heartbreaking past. From mysterious photos to emotional moments, this theory about Bluey's unborn brother will change how you see the series forever. Let's start with something most viewers missed. Before we dive into this mystery, there's something important to understand.
You're doing great.
Rainbow babies. Never heard of them? Let me explain. A rainbow baby is a child born after the loss of a previous baby, either during pregnancy or shortly after birth. They're called rainbow babies because they bring light and hope after a dark time. And here's the big theory. Bluey might be a rainbow baby. In the episode Rain, Bluey and Chili share a special moment playing in the rain. At the end, Bluey points to not one, but 2 rainbows in the sky. This is the only time rainbows appear in the entire series, and it happens in an episode that highlights Chili and Bluey's deep bond. Coincidence? Maybe not. Could these 2 rainbows be a message from someone watching over the Healer family?
So then they... Bingo!
In the episode The Show, there's a scene that takes on a whole new meaning once you notice the details. While reenacting their parents' love story, Bingo, playing Chili, puts a balloon under her shirt to pretend she's pregnant. But when the balloon suddenly pops, Chili's reaction says it all. Her expression changes instantly, her distant, empty gaze, the way Bandit quietly reaches for her hand, and the heavy silence that follows. This moment feels too real to be just acting. Could this be a subtle nod to a painful past the Healer family has experienced?
He controls you.
Now, let's talk about the hidden photographs from Bandit and Chili's past, something most viewers completely missed. In the episode Puppets, we get a rare glimpse into their early years, and what we see is surprising. One old photo shows Chili with a noticeably fuller coat and, more importantly, a rounded belly that suggests she was expecting. But here's where things get interesting. This photo was taken years before Bluey was born. The timeline doesn't match up with either Bluey or Bingo's births, hinting at a deeper, more emotional story.
Go and talk to Mum.
Okay, a quick tick for the road.
Bluey and Bingo's bond goes beyond a typical sibling relationship, and there might be a heartbreaking reason why. As rainbow babies, they share a deep connection that seems to fill a space they don't even realize is missing. Pay close attention to how they interact. It's as if they're unconsciously making up for the sibling they never got to meet. Their imaginative games aren't just play. They create entire worlds together, supporting each other through every adventure. The way they instinctively comfort one another, communicate without words, and understand each other's feelings, it all points to something special. This isn't just normal sibling behavior. It's a beautiful testament to how these 2 bring twice the love, joy, and healing to their family.
Are you going to use your dance mode in here, Bingo?
The Healer family's playtime isn't just about fun. It's a powerful way they process their emotions. When viewed through the lens of past loss, their games take on a much deeper meaning. Take Magic Xylophone, where they freeze each other in time. Could this reflect the feeling of being frozen in grief after losing their first baby? Their frequent hospital games aren't just for laughs. They might be a way of working through trauma and healing through imagination. Even their heavy light games could symbolize the emotional weights they carry and how they learn to balance them together. Every game, every playful moment becomes a form of therapy, helping the family navigate their feelings in a safe, joy-filled way. And then there's Nana Healer and Bob. The way they interact with Bluey and Bingo goes beyond typical grandparent love. Their extra patience and affection could be the joy of seeing their son and daughter-in-law find happiness after loss. Remember when Nana said, "These kids are special"? Now, that line carries a whole new meaning. Let's break down the math, because the numbers reveal something shocking. In the wedding photos from Puppets, we see that Bandit and Chili got married long before Bluey was born. But how can we tell? Just look at Bandit's fur. In the wedding photos, his signature cheek tufts are thick and full, a sign of his youth. By the time Bluey comes along, those tufts have noticeably thinned. This isn't just a random animation detail, it's a deliberate way to show the passage of time. So if Bluey wasn't born right after their wedding, what happened in between?
Why was I rolling?
The loss of their first child has deeply shaped how Bandit and Chili parent Bluey and Bingo in ways that are both subtle and profound. Watch Chili in any episode involving physical play or risky activities. Her hovering presence isn't just typical mom behavior. It comes from a deep fear of losing another child. You can see it in the way she catches her breath when the kids climb too high or play too rough. This isn't helicopter parenting. It's the instinct of a mother who understands the fragility of life.
Oh, Bluey.
Meanwhile, Bandit's emotional sensitivity speaks volumes. Notice how he immediately drops everything when either daughter is upset? That's not just good parenting. That's the reaction of someone who knows exactly what it means to lose something precious. Their parenting is a delicate balance between keeping their daughters safe and giving them the freedom to grow, all while carrying the weight of their past. So what happened in the years between Bandit and Chili's wedding and Bluey's birth?
Why was I rolling?
I don't know, kid. You didn't...
The photos of Chili with a rounded belly tell us everything. She was pregnant, but not with Bluey. This was their first baby, the one they lost. Think about it. Why would there be such a long gap between their marriage and having Bluey? The show subtly hints that they needed time to heal, just like many couples do after such a heartbreaking loss. Now, let's talk about something that adds another layer to this emotional story: Aunt Brandy. In the episode Dress Up, we meet Chili's sister for the first time, and there's a reason why Bluey and Bingo had never met her before. We learn that Brandy desperately wants to have children, but can't. This revelation hits even harder when you realize that both sisters have experienced the pain of losing the chance at motherhood, Brandy through infertility and Chili through her first pregnancy loss. Think about it. Why hadn't the girls met their aunt for 4 years? Because sometimes, when the pain is too much to bear, even family members need time apart to heal. The show doesn't shy away from these deep emotional truths.
Auntie Brandy, was there a medium-sized cheetah onesie at the shop?
But there's more evidence in the episode Baby Race that will absolutely blow your mind. In this episode, we see Chili attending a mother's group with baby Bluey, and something fascinating happens. Chili is constantly worried about Bluey's development, putting immense pressure on herself over every little milestone. But why? The answer is heartbreaking. It's the guilt that many mothers carry after losing a baby. Even though it's never their fault, they often blame themselves. Watch how Chili reacts when she thinks Bluey isn't crawling or walking fast enough. That's not just normal new mom anxiety. It's the weight of past trauma affecting her confidence as a mother. What do you think about this heartbreaking theory? Does it change how you see your favorite Blue Heeler family?